This is the story of Kiara Alleyne, aged 20, a young mother who was stabbed to death by her beloved boyfriend, DeAngelo Clark, aged 30. DeAngelo would call her father on FaceTime to talk to him about what was happening while he was busy stabbing her. Her dad begged him to call for help during the FaceTime call, but DeAngelo told him, "No, I won't." A substantial motive for this brutal murder could not be established except for some silly rumors he personally generated. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories.
New details tonight in the case of a mother found dead in her home after family members called for a welfare check on her. Her cause of death? Stabbing.
This story will be taking us to the city of Ocala, Florida. Ocala is a city in north-central Florida, where you'll find horses and loads of outdoor fun. Ocala is located in Marion County, which is known as the world's horse capital. Among the beautiful rolling hills and freshwater streams in Ocala, you'll find plenty of nature theme parks and adventures waiting to be had. Kiara Alleyne was a mother of an 11-month-old daughter. 20-year-old Kiara was originally from Point Fortin in Trinidad and Tobago. She had traveled to the United States to make a better life for herself. She was a strong and self-sufficient young lady. She mainly models to sustain herself. Even while she was pregnant, she did some modeling gigs. In September 2018, Kiara posted modeling photos to her Facebook page. She wrote in the caption, "I did my shoot. I slayed my pregnancy and now I'm ready to have my baby girl." In July 2019, Alleyne posted a tribute to her daughter writing, "My sweet Janae, I love you so much, so smart, so advanced, so beautiful, such a beautiful, beautiful soul. I can't wait to see what God has planned for you. Baby girl, just know that mommy and daddy is always by your side. We love you Janae, my 9-month-old baby." That person she was referring to as daddy was her boyfriend, a young man named DeAngelo Clark. DeAngelo was a young man who was head over heels with Kiara according to the things he posted on his Facebook account. There were many pictures of him and her, depicting them having great moments together. Sometimes around November, 6 hours before this tragic incident, he posted a message talking about how the name of his book will be Life with Superwoman, if he wrote one, and also him saying, "You are my rock, so baby rock with me. You are my rock, I love to rock with you. Happy 2 years anniversary, love." Just less than 6 hours after this lovey-dovey messages, everything went south for DeAngelo. He would get very upset at Kiara. In his head, he believed that Kiara was planning to move to New Mexico and had been hanging out with another man. So having that in his mind, he confronted her in the house which they shared together. Before she could say much, he started stabbing her, and while he was at that, he did the unthinkable. He called her dad to tell him what he is doing. During that call, he kept saying, "She has a knife." But Kiara was able to gather her strength while being stabbed to shout to her dad, "Sheldon Alleyne, Daddy, I don't, he has the knife." Few seconds later, DeAngelo asked Sheldon, "What should I do?" Sheldon urged him to call for help. DeAngelo said he didn't want to do that. "I can't because they will take the baby," was his response. DeAngelo then took the baby they had together and fled after trying to burn the house to get rid of evidence. He would go ahead to post on Facebook again saying, "Now I must end. Just know she tried to kill me. I'm sorry." That post was accompanied by a photo showing him with Kiara. Kiara's dad called the police department. When deputies arrived at her residence in Anthony, they found a woman dead inside the duplex apartment. DeAngelo had left the scene, taking their daughter with him. Authorities issued an Amber Alert for the baby, but it was cancelled after he dropped off the child at a family member's apartment.
They're searching for the man accused of killing a woman and then taking her daughter.
Initially, deputies sent out an Amber Alert for the baby girl. They later found her with a family member safe and sound. News 6's Mark Lehman is in Marion County with more from investigators.
A tragic development at this home here behind me that was initially the focus of an Amber Alert. It was after that little girl was found safe, neighbors learned her mother was found dead inside.
It's never a call that any of our officers want to respond to.
That call initially coming in as an abduction happening at this home before sunrise. Investigators sending out an Amber Alert for 11-month-old Jean Clark. Deputies saying the girl's father, DeAngelo Clark, killed her mother, 20-year-old Kiara Alleyne, and took off from the crime scene with the baby.
So we issued an Amber Alert for that child. Since then, that child has been located and is safe with our officers right now.
According to detectives, the girl was later found safe with another family member, but her father remains on the run as an investigation was launched at the home.
You know, it's just a sad situation. You know, you got someone's life lost, and then you have a child without a parent.
Deputies say they're not aware of any previous problems involving the couple. A photo posted on Alleyne's Facebook page shows the two last year during happier times. The crime leaving neighbors stunned.
I pray for the family, and I pray for that baby. And thank God the baby's okay.
As the investigation continues here at the victim's home, we're told the couple's daughter is in the custody of detectives. Anyone who sees the suspect in this is urged to call 911 immediately.
After some investigation, they discovered some of DeAngelo's Facebook messages and were able to focus on DeAngelo as the main suspect.
DeAngelo Clark, just hours before sheriff's deputies arrived, posted a cryptic message on his Facebook page stating, "Now I must just know she tried to kill me. Sorry to her family." And that post was what helped to make him the lead suspect in what was originally thought to be a murder kidnapping. Victim, 20-year-old Kiara Alleyne, was found by deputies after family members called for a welfare check at her home.
This morning at about 2:15, a family member was concerned for our victim's well-being. Our deputies responded and unfortunately found our victim deceased in the home. At that time, we realized there was a child missing and we issued an Amber Alert for that child.
The sheriff's department initially put out that Amber Alert because they believed after Clark left the home that he took the 1-year-old girl with him. They're saying that after that Amber Alert went out, she was found with a family member safe and sound about an hour later. Neighbors say they've heard loud noises coming from the home in the past, but normally it's a quiet and calm neighborhood.
Very sad situation to see, because I did get an Amber Alert, and it said Marion County, but then when I found out it was in my neighborhood and the child lived right here and the family lived here, it was very sad.
After hearing the infant was safely recovered, neighbors took solace in a silver lining of good news.
Now that turned my sadness into joy because he could have, hurt her as well. But then it went back sad because now she's going to be without a mother and a father.
Finally, a little after noon, deputies learned Clark had been caught on the run.
At this time, I can confirm that our suspect was located in Monroe County, Florida, and taken into custody. Now he will be transported back to Marion County to face charges.
Details as to how Alleyne died or what may have been Clark's motive for the killing have not yet been released. However, Monroe County Sheriff's deputies just recently released Clark burglarized a home in the Florida Keys around 10 this morning. Deputies then received a call of a man screaming that his car blew up, saying he was badly burnt. When deputies arrived, they positively identified that screaming man as Clark. He was then airlifted to Miami because of the severity of his burns.
Central Florida authorities were unable to find DeAngelo until hours later after they received a call from law enforcement officials in South Florida who told deputies he was in a hospital in the Florida Keys. DeAngelo broke into a home in the Florida Keys and started a fire in it. The newly released video shows DeAngelo stealing items outside of a home in the Florida Keys.
Well, it's this surveillance video of a home burglary that put deputies on the trail of a dangerous suspect. That suspect, an accused killer with a laundry list of offenses from here to Ocala. NBC6 reporter Daryl Forges is live in Miami unraveling this story for us. Daryl?
Yeah, that's right, Jackie. Take another good look at this exclusive surveillance video right next to me. This is DeAngelo Clark, according to deputies, and they say that when he was apparently robbing a home in the Keys, moments later his car exploded and therefore caused him some serious burns, and that's why he's recovering right behind me at JMH. But police and deputies say he is not a victim in this entire situation. They say he's facing several charges, including murder. Marion County Sheriff's Office says this is DeAngelo Clark, an exclusive surveillance video obtained by NBC6 outside a grassy Key home. Deputies say he was on the run after allegedly killing a woman in Ocala. Marion County deputies say Clark killed 20-year-old Kiara Alleyne at her apartment on Northeast 78th Lane in Anthony on Tuesday. Investigators say Clark and Alleyne had a relationship and an 11-month-old daughter together. Authorities say the 30-year-old suspect took his daughter after the murder, later dropping the child off with family members, then left for the Florida Keys. Surveillance video shows Clark leaving a Grassy Key home, apparently stealing items. And get this, moments later, Clark's car erupted in flames, you see here in the pictures. The 30-year-old suffered serious burns and airlifted to JMH. And back out live, you see this is the mugshot of DeAngelo Clark, and deputies also say they're treating this situation as a domestic violence issue, and they also say when it comes to the cause of the fire, that is still under investigation.
He was airlifted to the Ryder Trauma Center in Miami with burns to his arms from a fire in his vehicle. He was in a South Florida hospital for a while where he was being treated for his burns. He would later be extradited to the Marion County Jail after he was physically fit enough to face charges. DeAngelo was booked into the Marion County Jail without bond on 1 count of homicide and 1 count of arson. Court documents showed the couple has had previous issues with domestic disturbances earlier this summer, but no arrests were made at the time. He would later confess to the cops that Kiara had threatened to leave him and said she was going to live in New Mexico with her father. Upon all the love, affection, and care he showed to Kiara, he went ahead to kill her at the end. We hope Kiara Alleyne gets the justice she deserves. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Kiara Alleyne. May Kiara's memory be a blessing for her family and for all who knew her, and may her life and death be an inspiration and a turning point towards justice and increased protection for domestic abuse survivors. Please stay safe out there and see you guys in the next video.